Oh well, so some of you should join line group. If yes, this one. It's line group. Okay, maybe no. So we have one main textbook, and of course we already have the papers or some materials from the other textbook. This one, oh sorry, maybe I forgot to pause it. Or maybe later we will check it. So we already know we have YouTube, so of course we have the dual classrooms. And of course, previously asked by him, I expect you to come to the classroom. So for those who are sick, but you want to learn from home, then you can use YouTube. But sometimes maybe, yes, indeed, I have my own reason. Even I don't have any permission from the professor, that's fine. If you think you still want to learn and maybe you cannot come to the classroom, sure, YouTube will already have the convenience. Well, and today maybe for some problem, the original classroom should be T4 301. It should be T4 301. But for me, I think it doesn't mean we have the surprise. So that we should move to the classroom. Sometimes that situation happens. So maybe we still need to accept. So that's why we still move to the classroom here, because we still need to finish the classes. Hopefully this Wednesday everything will be okay, so we can get back to our originally or maybe preset classroom T4 301. So hopefully everything will be okay. All right. About textbook, maybe I should maybe put the previous page to the later one so that I can really have this. I'm not sure. Maybe I modify the slides maybe last night and maybe something wrong, so I moved the description textbook here rather than the previous position. We have the textbook here. It doesn't mean you will have a cover like this, but as I remember, maybe if you can find it some specific way, you can download the e-file for the textbook, but it's a special one. I'm not sure, but you can find it, try to find it. Still, you can download the e-books for the current one. Of course, we already have the other. So we have papers, we have the other material from the other textbooks. Specifically for the evaluation tools or the analytical tools, then we need to use some of the other materials from the other textbooks. Well, reference here we have a list of these references. You can find some of them for reference if necessary. Well, you can use the main textbook. Even for the main textbook, you can try to find the e-book from the maybe using web so that you can search them on the internet. Well, about the current tentative grading, participation 20, final exam 30, just 10% difference. So that says almost not the same, but almost wet as the final exam. So of course you should care about the participation. And about attendance, we have 10%. And how to have the attendance checking, I will use poll everywhere to ask you to post your student ID and names, and so that we can collect the records for you. And sometimes maybe you think, okay, some problem with the system of Paul Avila. So that's why you may use line group. Okay, professor, something wrong with Paul Avila system. So I have the student ID and name here within the line group. So it's important to join line group because sometimes if the dedicated system cannot work, then you can use line to let me know some situation happens and you need to let me know some updated information there. That's acceptable because I know sometimes something happens. And for final report, yeah, set it to 30%. So final report with what it percentage as the final exam. So they are important and equally important. So of course, you should focus on final report, final exam, and participation. As for presentation and attendance, maybe you think, okay, not so important, but it doesn't mean not so important. They are still important with a less percentage only. So you still need to care about overall presentation and attendance. And exercise, no homework. I just assign, let it have the selected problem. And the selected problem allow you to have the comprehension checking for yourself after going through the content of the selected chapters. Well, these items only. So, do you think a heavy burden? No, not a heavy burden, right? One exam. As for the others, maybe you can treat all of them as the exercise. Attendance, activity, attendance, activity, participation, activity. Final exam, even not an activity, but it's a project. And oral presentation, yes, you can treat it as the activity. Only one exam, the other all are activities. You need to join, all right? And I don't think it's a heavy burden. So you can take it easy and just come. You see, just come, right? So that's why I expect you to come to the classroom. All right. I forgot to recall. So this is the past grade statistics, the same course. Normally, C, pass, right? But why it's E? E maybe it's a special reason, so that something wrong. So just one student registered, but he or she didn't drop. So because of that one, we have grade E. As for the others, it should be normal. Almost all pass, right? And how many students here? 15. Right, 15. And in the past, we have 15. And hopefully, this semester, we still have a student around 15 or more than 15. And A plus, maybe you think, okay, A plus, same. It's one student here. And perhaps if some of you think, okay, I want to have a better one, sure, do your best. And so then maybe more than one. So 15, 1 over 15, so of course it's 1 over 15, so we have these. And most of students fall within A and A minus. All right, so acceptable by you or not, you can think about these. At least, I already have the reference for sure. Well, about the assignment, you can check them using the syllabus. So now I think 5 of you joined the line group already, right? So let me upload the syllabus to you using line group. So wait a few seconds for me. So you can check this for a while. So now you can check outline group. Can you find the syllabus within the group? Right? Yeah, so you can share the content using the syllabus. As for the slides for your reference, I will upload later after checking in detail. So you can check the detail for the assignment. All right. So attendance, I will use Paul Avila and expect you can use the format, student ID, and the name. All right, so once we have the poll by Paul Avila, and then we can have the attendance checking. As for the others, I think you can check them. And of course, some of them I already have the other details, so that's it. And for final exam, check final exam. Here I have the description, closed book and open book. In fact, open book I allow you to have A4 size. All right. I didn't mention that in detail. I already have one A4 size formula, but the A4 size do not include the solution in the A4 size. If so, you won't have the chance to check the A4 size. 2 sides, A4 page 1, A4 page 2 sides. So you can use that one, and that one maybe not equivalent to open book, but it's the meaning here, open book. Closed book actually maybe half of time you need to write by yourself. And maybe after that period, then you have the chance to look up the content within one A4 page. So this is a special one, final exam. It doesn't mean you need to answer using the closed book style. Actually, I allow you to have the lookup period for the remaining time period, not open book directly. At least I already have the A4 page for possible formula required for your answering. Of course, you should prepare that one for yourself. Well, participation. Previously, I didn't know we have the way to have the points associated with participation. But those points can let us have the calculation for participation percentage. Lower than 70%, but at least you ever join. So you will have 11 points from 20 points. So 11, approximately a half. And 70 to 85, you will have 16. 85 to 95, you will have 18. Over 95, then you can receive 20 points. And the points, it's the direct points for the final scores. All right, so we have the rubric for these. We will collect points. And sometimes for the presenter, you receive bonus. So you have a really high chance to have a percentage higher than 95. So it doesn't mean I said the way it's really hard for you to achieve the full points. No, you still have the chance, so don't worry. Unless you think, okay, I don't want to join, so of course you have a percentage lower than 95, maybe even lower than 85. So you can check how you have the collected points. Well, attendance actually Paul Avila, so that's okay. And if you cannot join and no reason, then you miss the point. And if you have the reason, for example, illness or maybe some specific reason, with my permission, so we can waive those points for you. So unless these, I cannot collect points for you. The others actually, even you don't have it, fine, you miss it. And you have it, congratulations, you get the points. And how about cheating? No cheating. If we have cheating, then 0 point associated with those students. And retaking, yes, you should have a legal and acceptable reason, then you will have the chance, or otherwise, same. It's not okay to retake the final exam. Well, next one, we have the activity, so we expect you to form the groups. Based on the group discussion, well, why we should have the group discussion? Learn with your peers. All right, so learn with your peers, it should be the good pedagogy. So that's why we expect to have the groups. With the groups, then we can have the group discussions. And how to form the groups? We have 4 rules. Rule 1, international non-Taiwanese should go to different groups. For example, 2 of you should go to different groups. All right. And if you know your English level, proficient or not, I do not expect all proficient English students go to the same group. Same for students with proficient English, you should go to different groups for sure. It's the second rule. And rule 3, it doesn't mean it's an unfair treatment, but same. For female students, if possible, go to the different groups possibly. Maybe right now, according to the current one, yeah, which one you want to go, you just go. And finally, group members will be changed every 3 weeks. All right, so it doesn't mean we have the fixed group formation. And for this one, in the past, I have a question. Oh, okay, if group member change, then I need to have the different records for the group members. Well, for that one, initially I think it's terrible because I need to have the records. Finally, I think, okay, it's fine. If we have a Padlet, for all of you, before answering, you will let me know your information, including your account. So with the account and with the personal information, I think it doesn't matter because I just need to know who you are and then associate the points with you. If we can do that one, then which group are you belong to? It doesn't matter. So finally, I think we still can change the group every week. In fact, for us actually the lecturer, we will be pushed to join some training course. And within the training course, all the lecturer asks us to rotate for every activity. Oh, okay, this activity, form group. And next activity, form a different group. So we always go to the different groups. But finally, I think regular change of groups, it will that it feel, okay, I don't have any chance to know my friends or know each other. So I already have 3 weeks know each other. And after 3 weeks, then you have the chance to change to a different group. Well, I forgot something. So right now, I assume two group members. So just feel about how we have the goods. Even right now, it's not the permanent classroom. So good one here. And later you can stand up to know your friends and go to the appropriate good and good two. Good two. Maybe good to here. And I think only good three groups. Good three here. So take it easy. You take it easy, but I'm serious. I'm serious to ask you to form the groups, but you take it easy. So right now, you can stand up and talk to the members. Oh, sorry, maybe just two groups because we have 5 students here. So maybe 2 or 3. So stand up and talk to your members. If so, 2 international students, 2 groups, so you need to go to different groups. So you can stand up and talk to your members for 3 minutes. Sure, you can stand up and talk to your members. And freely to choose group 1 or group 2. And no choice for you. Sure. Sure, you can rearrange seat and so that you can sit here. So you can move your back. So I expect to rotate tables. So so maybe 2. Yeah, 2 and 1, perfect. And good 1. So keep talking, no problem. Take it easy.
Did you understand the question? How many courses? Like how many different friends? Like how many? Yeah? You're the reason I didn't come in. Did your site also was like really slow? Like your website was really slow this morning. Like signing in was really bad. Oh yeah. Before I only have time. It took me like an hour. It was crazy. Too many people. Yeah.
So let us continue. Maybe for 2, maybe you can merge your seats here.
Oh, merge. So we sit.
Yeah. They're fast, and you can merge
Yeah.
your backpack, and you can move your backpack to this table. So in the future, I expect you to have the seats like this. And if necessary, if you want to check the contents, of course, you can rotate for sure. It doesn't mean rotate your original one, but you can try to take a right angle so that you still can face the content here. Yeah. Actually, for two, it won't be necessary to have the fast one. You just merge. Merge. 靠在一起就好。Okay. So that it's easy for you to have the direct communication. All right, so this is the good formation. It's really important because I will ask you to have some activity to have the discussion. So next time, come to the classroom, you can choose suitable one following the rules here, and then that's fine. Even, okay, today I want to join group 1. Tomorrow I want to join group 2, fine. Even within 3 groups, you still can join different groups. It doesn't matter. Well, if we have this, then let me open this file for, or maybe the Padlet for you. So this is the, maybe it's the web of Padlet. And we have the possible activity like this. Well, for you, maybe we may have different groups. So this is an activity to claim your topic for the final project. So you are asked to provide me some of the information, including the paper, the topic, the team members. All right, so you can use this. And for example, I share this to the group, our line group, and you can take a look. It doesn't mean I push you to have the way to key in. No, you can take a look at this. So wait a moment. So you can check our line group again. I think you can visit the current web page And you can try to accept all the possible invitation from Padlet. And so that you can have your own association with Padlet. All right. And for Padlet, here you see some of them maybe they can have some rule. And they can have the content keying directly or some other way, take a picture or something else. All right. Or they can have hyperlinks. Right. So many ways to key in. So it's a useful E-word. So that's why I adopt the E-word for you. All right. So you can take a look at these and so in the future we will already have some of them. And actually, let me use this. So I adopt Padlet, but finally I will have the final format for all of you. So finally, I changed the style from that one to this one. For the lecture, I will pose one question to be discussed here. And you are good members within 1, 2, 3, and etc. You can have a discussion. Once some of you serve as the presenter, then presenter at least need to upload your answer first. Even it's wrong, that's fine. Upload your answer first. And if possible, later serving as a presenter, so of course you will have the presentation. All right, and serving as a presenter, then you can receive bonus of 2 points. Bonus, right? The actual points. And after the presentation, because you have the discussion, I still ask all of you to upload the individual answer. Why individual answer? Because we need to ensure, yes, you know all of the content. So I will ask you to upload the answer even after discussion. Or maybe, okay, initially the presenter showed the wrong answer. After the discussion, you find, okay, how you can modify the answer. So for each of you, you can change the answer before the due. So you can do something like that for sure. All right. So I changed the way to this one. So you see, some of them they can write down, or maybe they can use some like the whiteboard, even it's a blackboard to have the answer directly. That's fine. You see, we can check your answer if we have the column. Each column mapped to good 1, good 2, good 3, and the others. All right. And for you, if you want to have the presentation, oh, okay, if this is the content I want to present, then I can use this one. Based on my screen, you can share the content. So that's why it's an e-word, right? This e-word facilitates the interactions. So I adopt Padlet for the discussion. All right, so we will have a Padlet at the suitable time instant. All right, but at this moment, I didn't know, yes, this one, it's feasible for you to have the discussion. You see, okay, even you want to have a handwriting, it's easy. Of course, if you have a tablet PC or maybe iPad or something else, then it's easy. All right, so you can try to be familiar with Padlet, specifically how you can have the input approaches. All right. Okay, so all this it's about Padlet. Even previously we don't have the QR code. But true, it won't be necessary to that you have the QR code because right now we don't have the specific activity for you. Well, at least for 5 of you, maybe since it's Wednesday, we can find the groups properly. And you can feel free to have the discussion if necessary. Well, maybe you have a question. Why? I emphasize this. Yes, because it's the style of learning. So feel free to use all the possible style to learn. It's not the traditional one, so of course I encourage you to have the peer learning. Peer means you are peers and you can learn with each other. So we will pass on peer learning. Well, for wireless and mobile networks, what do you have for these? Introduction first. Then maybe you think, okay, why we have probability, statistics, and traffic theory? In fact, we emphasize traffic theories. Traffic theory need to rely on probability and statistics. So we will have the quick review. And we will have radio propagation, channel coding, error control, and cellular concept, and radio access, and division techniques, and 2, channel allocation. All right, so if you join the course, we will ask you to check these items within the wireless and mobile communication networks or systems. Well, even you don't have the prerequisite probability theory and statistics, it's still okay. And if you forgot this, sure, you can review. All right, so we have this prerequisite. And for those content, I use the current schedule. In fact, it's a tight schedule. All right, it's a tight schedule. Because I tried these several years. There's several semesters. Finally, everything will be okay. And of course, I should have some free classroom video, and so that we can follow the schedule tightly. We have a final exam here. All right, and we have 2 oral presentations. Because 2 weeks of oral presentation. So of course, we need to have the videos associated with the free classroom learning style. And look at this. We have the final project. So after week 8, we have these. Topic claim of the final project. Well, maybe for the last or for the final 2 weeks, you need to focus on the presentation. But when you should have your own topics, week 9. And week 9, previously I already have that Padlet. That Padlet actually is an activity. Then, okay, I don't have time to think about the topic for the final project. So I push you to get together and discuss with your member, and so that you will have a decision. All right. But that one, it doesn't mean should be this group. Perhaps it's the group for the final project. As I remember, two members in the final project team. All right. So 2 of members can get together to have the discussion. All right, so this is the first part, talking about the general information of the course and about the current general description of the course. Any questions? No, right? And next one, we have an activity. So we transform our learning from traditional lecturing to the current one. And the current one, actually, it should be the project-oriented. All right, it's project-oriented. So we have the final project. So of course, it's a project-oriented. And project-oriented, of course, you should find a topic for you, and then you can have the learning material for the project. And of course, you are asked to have the presentation. So the final project associated with the final report, and before the final report, we have the oral presentations. Here, mission for you, not so difficult. Summarize, you try to explore from literature. So reading a journal paper or a conference paper. And the topic for that paper should be highly related to our course, wireless and mobile systems. And for that system, maybe you have the demonstration. Welcome. So you may have the demonstration. How to have the demonstration? Yes, you know how to evaluate. So you will perform calculation. You can have a simulation, even simulation not included in the current course. You can have a simulation if you know the tools. Or the others, if you can have the proper demonstration. And so that you can highlight some important thing using a specific tool. Calculation, you need to have a tool. Simulation, you need to have a tool. So all the others with the auxiliary tool to demonstrate some concepts, then you can have this one to serve as a demonstration. Well, related to the course, so any further restriction? Almost no. So any topic related to the course, that's fine. Wireless and mobile systems. And for the team member, the size of the team, here I set it to 2. How about 1? That's fine. And presentation, currently maybe I set it to 12 to 15 for reference. All right. And per team. Because of 2 people, so possibly from 5 page to 10 page. So you can multiply 2, all right, and so that you can have the page size for the final report. Of course, we have the raw format, A4 with 1 cover page excluded. But for the content, you should have 5 to 10. Summarize, multiply 5, so you have 5 to 10 pages for 1 member and 2 members. And here, this is a grading policy regarding the final report and the final oral presentation. So you can go through the content quickly. Some for report and some for oral presentation. So I don't check one by one. In fact, I try to have the rubric. So about the term rubric, here I don't have the formal key term for you. I already have a rubric directly. So what do you think about rubric? Actually, rubric is the standard to evaluate the final report. Okay, so we should have the standard to evaluate, and this standard is called a rubric. Well, in fact, I can ask ChatGPT to let me have a rubric. But finally, rough rules for me, not my idea to have it. So this is my idea. Maybe you can think, if a kind of a rubric like this, can this generated by ChatGPT? It's hard, right? It's a specific one, so that's my way. So for ChatGPT, it can generate a table, but that table won't be a table like mine. You see, I want to have other association about theme. your theme of the paper should be highly related to the theme of the task book, and then around 80, around 60, around 30, right? And I should check the other factors: novelty or freshness, contribution of the team member, and completeness and quality and hardness. So based on all of this, then I can accumulate the points for your final report. Well, this rubric actually is pushed by some of the students in my different course, Introduction to Computer Networks. One student always pushed me, Professor, can you let me know the explicit grading policy? That says the rubric. Finally, I find some of the rubric like this. So this is a rubric of the final report. And also for the final oral presentation, this one. Yes, theme. It's really tight. And fluency because of a presentation. Is clear or not? And how about your presentation organization, time control, and presentation skills? And how about the demonstration? And any possible, maybe deep understanding? If yes, if you have the deep understanding, then I ask you some question. You can tag the question properly. And if you have two members, all right, so two of you serving as the important role. If yes, then I already have 4 points. Okay, it's fair, then you receive 2 points. Or maybe no show for you, sorry, it's 0. Only for this 0, but it doesn't mean for the remaining, that guy is 0. Unless for all of you, you don't agree. So some of you let me know for this no show guy, for the other, we should let him have a bait. It's fine. All right, and let him to have this, it's fine. But normally I don't have this treatment. I only have the special treatment to lower the points for the row only. 4 or 0. That's it. All right. So the other details, we have the 9th week. It should be April 22nd. And all of these can be shown on the schedule. Also, reference, you can refer to textbook or reference, or maybe any reference in the syllabus, or you can refer to the digital library because you need to find papers for reading. All right. Okay, so this is the syllabus for today. And this Wednesday, possibly you can move back to our original classroom, and hopefully we can have the next activity to have the actually, that you know the style of the course, but I use the term negotiation, and hopefully you know the term and know the status of the course. Then we can use that style to keep going for the future weeks. All right, that's all before you go. Any questions? If no, see you this Wednesday and possibly in the original classroom. Okay, see you. Bye-bye.